Good evening. It is Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and coming to you from Lonely Tree Media headquarters in Tacoma, Washington. This is the Best Slam Sports Show. I'm your host, David Lamb. With me is my son, Parker. Say hello, Parker.
Hello, Parker.
Yep. It's Thursday night crowd. They're pretty loose. They're ready for the weekend. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
they're just upset because they're like, this isn't Wednesday,
Friday Eve.
Friday Eve.
As they say. I mean, I don't know who they are, but they say that.
Somebody said.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to talk about the AFC. We're going to talk about the NFC next week because NFL is coming. It's coming faster than you know. And the reason we know that is because this weekend, college football kicks off. And that happened a lot faster than I thought it would. I thought we had another week.
Can never happen fast enough.
I agreed, but all of a sudden there it was. It's like it's so far away in July. You know? And then all of a sudden you go, whoa, hey, what happened? Now they're playing football. So
It does happen really quick.
let's start with that actually first. Let's start with this weekend is college football kickoff. There's only one significant game in terms of the ranked teams, and Iowa State, number 22, plays at Kansas State, number 17, except they play in Ireland, so it's not really at Kansas State, although Kansas State is the home game. That is a 9 a.m. kickoff on ESPN, and Kansas State is a 3-point favorite. Are you in favor of the Ireland games? Do you like them playing in Ireland?
I don't know that I see the point.
Okay.
Like, I get the England games a little bit because I mean, I don't know. I get that more. I feel like they've embraced it pretty well. I get the Germany games because there's a large U.S. military population over there, which is what started it. I just don't quite get the Ireland one, other than Notre Dame. Like that's literally our giant connection to
Right.
Ireland, and that's not even that much of a connection because there's not an Irish body on the football team when the Irish take the field.
There may be one.
There,
Let's
yeah,
be
he's
fair.
he's
may
a
be.
kicker.
Yeah, well,
right?
I mean, punter, kicker, yeah.
Yeah, he's not
Long
he's not
snapper.
playing any skill position. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guarantee you there's 30 to 40 redhead guys who never suited up.
Oh,
But
the cheerleaders maybe.
no.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. There might be more than one Irish guy on the team. It's not fair to say there are none, but I mean, I get what you're saying. The point is, they're not Irish. I mean, that's a thing, and not all of the BYU football players are Mormon. They have a significant number. I mean,
that's true, but like, oh gosh, their website sucks. I'm on Notre Dame's football website right now.
yeah.
And it's not showing. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm scrolling down here. Let's find the first Irish guy, maybe Irish guy. Eli Raridan.
Man, I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Right.
Is he redheaded?
No, but his name is Eli Raridan, and he's not black. So that's their starter.
Okay. We're being very, very judgmental. By the way, trying to
James Rendell, punter. Maybe. He's kind of
Jimmy
European
Rendell.
looking. Yeah. No. Eric with a K is definitely not Irish.
That would not be Irish.
No. No. There's no overtly Irish.
No
people
O'Hurleys or.
There is a Henry Garrity.
Oh,
that's getting close.
That does sound like it might be Irish.
Yeah, he's a tight end. That's getting
Garrity.
Cole Mullins, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be.
That's getting kind of close.
Definitely English of some kind.
There is a redhead guy here named Mickey Brown. Is his name?
Yeah.
And
Mickey's
from Southampton. He went to St. Anthony's.
Mickey's Irish, but Brown is not as much.
The last name Brown is not so much. I don't know. It's just when I think about these schools, I think about BYU, and they have requirements for admissions for normal students, but they don't have them for their athletics.
No.
Like you don't have to, like, I know that at BYU and at Utah State and at Utah, you have to like demonstrate certain core values of the faith, and you don't have to do that.
It's
So
it's the whole
I don't
state,
know.
the whole state of Utah. I think you have to do that at the border before you
Oh,
go in.
I am finding some serious redheads here. They're linemen.
Their line for Notre Dame.
Joe Otting and Maddie Augustine are
Maddie.
both candidates. Peter Jones, he's got a big red beard. Oh wow,
Okay,
Jack Larson. This
maybe
guy has
sounds
flaming
British.
red hair. I mean,
Yeah,
his hair is really red.
but he
So
could be a mixed family, right? One of the like mom's Irish and dad's English or something, and so he's got an English
it's
last name,
true.
but he's got Irish parts.
It's true.
So
I don't know.
yeah,
He was a 4-star recruit on ESPN. Fun
sweet.
fact.
There you go.
Number
Maybe.
85, Jack Larson. You're going to see him this year.
We're learning a lot more about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish than I really wanted to talk about.
You opened the can of worms.
I did. I was just,
started
I honestly, I just asked if you liked it being in Ireland, like the game in Ireland, and then that let us
I just think it doesn't really matter. Like it could be anywhere.
any country.
You know,
Doesn't matter.
it could be any. It could be at that point. It could be any country that has a very tiny tie to whatever thing you're trying to get.
Do you think college football will go the way of the NFL and start having games in Mexico or in wherever, England?
Maybe. Like I feel like the NFL is a much bigger global brand,
All right,
and I feel like it's much easier for them to justify, especially expense wise.
that's true.
Putting games in other countries and trying to generate at least TV revenue, because what you've seen, like especially like with Formula One, is that Americans will watch European stuff. Why can't Europeans watch American stuff? And they are like,
Yeah, they do.
what the NFL stuff does really well. So
Well, when you think about it, if so, here's the thing. So, like in America, what could come to America that would be exciting enough and different enough that you'd go watch it? Well, Formula One's one of those things, right? That we
yeah,
didn't have before. We have it. There's been some Formula One races here before, but now it's a constant thing, and there's 3 races now. And okay, but there's what other sport could come, and you'd go, yeah, I'd go watch that because it's different, right? I mean, that we don't already have.
yeah,
So, right, the cricket,
fair point. Nah,
rugby.
nah.
If New
It's
Zealand
too
and
close to football.
if New Zealand and Australia were coming for a high profile rugby match, would you go watch it?
How much is a ticket?
Right, yeah, that's true. Right,
Are you
exactly.
charging me NFL prices to go watch it?
Can I get in for
Absolutely not.
$5? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Is there a chance I'll get to suit up? That's the. I don't know. So I'm just saying, like in those other countries where they don't have NFL football, right?
Right.
And they may not have, like in Ireland, they don't have NBA basketball. So
Ooh, they
so
don't. But they do have basketball. It's an international sport.
it's true, but I don't know that I've ever seen the Ireland basketball team, the
Ooh,
national basketball team. I don't think I've ever seen them play.
Ireland national basketball team.
I
Let's
don't-
find out.
I
Do
don't
you think
think-
there's anybody good on that roster?
I don't know any Irish guys in the NBA either.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, there's nobody. Their website is like
I don't think it's a real thing. I mean, I
No, it is. There's,
Oh,
there's an Ireland
that's-
basketball. Yeah.
That's not what I mean. In that it's not a going concern. It's one of those things that happens. It is there. We have it, but we're not good enough at it to get into the Olympics, or you know what I mean? They don't qualify for things because they're just not very good at it. Because how many
Right.
Irish guys are 7 foot tall?
Oh. I
Right.
guess like 6 or 7.
Yeah, there's some, but and then how many of them are good enough to play basketball?
All right,
Anyway.
so I'm looking at the Ireland senior team website. You have James Gormley, who's 7 foot.
There you go.
Yeah, they got one 7 foot. They got Neil Quinn, who's 7 foot.
Uh-huh.
They got a 6'10" Aiden Harris Egion. That's interesting. He's 6'10". They have a 6'7", 2 6'8", a couple 6'6", and then everyone else is 6'5".
So it's a sizable team, but
They've got some big dudes.
these are not guys you've ever heard of.
No, I'm looking through
No.
this entire thing and I don't recognize a single name.
That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
in that they don't. If the NBA came to play a game in Ireland, if you were from Ireland and you liked basketball, you would go watch it. That's a thing. You'd be like,
yeah.
oh, this what are the odds I'm going to get to do this again? But in the United States, what are you going to give me that I don't already have? That I can't just go. I mean, I can go watch
International
cricket.
Soccer, like
Yeah,
you can bring Premier League games.
But
here.
we have MLS, we have soccer. It's maybe not that
Yeah,
level, but now it's starting to get that way. We're starting to get all these older international guys to come
well,
play.
yeah,
Thomas
true.
Mueller's playing for Vancouver, by the way, coming this starting now.
That's exciting.
I mean, so yeah, there's some big name players that are coming. Messi, right? Those guys. So they're
That's
starting
Messi.
when they're old and they're tired of playing in the league that they're playing and being competitive. They come to the United States to be really, really good again. And
Yeah, it's kind of crappy.
yeah, but it is what it is. So and it sells tickets. So, but yeah,
It does. The Miami, I remember like you can go to the MLS store for the Rapids, like the team store.
yeah.
They have Miami jerseys in there.
And
Like in the Rapids team store.
the
Like,
problem
what's
I
going on?
the other problem I have is like if you're talking about English Premier League, for example, they come in the summertime and they
Yeah.
play a summer tour. And this year it was, I think, Atlanta and New York, and I want to say there was something in Chicago or something. They came to these 3 or 4 cities, but they didn't come to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And so to go watch one of these games, which is just a practice, it's just a friendly.
Yeah. Traveling
It's
to Houston or
yeah, I'm not
Atlanta or
doing that.
Miami. And it's
Yeah,
like,
there's no way I'm
eh,
doing that. Now, if it was a regular season counting game and you were
right.
playing in L.A. or Portland or Seattle, I would consider going to that. You know,
But
because
there's
I
just so
like it.
much soccer. There's too much soccer.
There's a lot of soccer. There's every
And it's all
yeah.
at weird times. Like the fall is for sports, the winter's for sports, the spring is for sports, the summer is for when your kids are out of
Well,
school and you're doing
well,
things.
that's the MLS. The MLS is the only one of those that plays in the summer.
Y-
The Premier League, the Bundesliga, all those major really really good leagues, they play from well, they started already, but they play from August through till May. They don't play in the
Just
summer.
yeah, but then they have like 3 month breaks in between.
Well, that's so do school kids. So
No,
you
but
know,
but your sports are supposed to have a season that is like kind of moving through it. Like this is the way I'm saying this is the way Americans view sports, right? Basketball has a 2 week break for the All-Star break. Baseball has a 2 week break for the All-Star break. Football doesn't have a 2 week break until after the regular season before or until after the playoffs before the Super Bowl. There's a 2 week break. But other than that, there's no more than 2 weeks of a
well,
break anywhere in the schedule.
got it. But the NFL also takes what 6 months off
Yeah.
from February till August.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a 6 month gap. They only play 6 months of the
No,
year.
but the season is done, and you've moved along with your life,
Yeah,
and you're waiting for next year. What I'm saying is, there's no like if you're telling me that the season ends and then you're gonna wait 2 months and then start again, or a month and start again, like it's just such a massive break. The international breaks that they have to take, the other tournament breaks that
yeah.
they have to take. There's just so much, and then at any given point, you're liable to tune in and not see one of your
Well,
star players
you're
because he's off doing something
you're
else.
talking about 34 to 36 games depending upon the league, as
Yeah.
opposed to the NFL, which has 17 games. Right? You're talking about a lot of games playing once a week for sometimes twice a week, but 34 games is a lot of games. I mean, it's not the NBA. The NBA crams them in, right? 82 games in what 8 months, 7 months, probably. It's not even that long.
Starts in November is the first regular season game.
Goes through June,
Yeah,
so about
if
7 months.
you make it all the way through the playoffs, the regular
All
season
right,
is April,
April, right?
so
So
it's 6 months.
yeah, so it's a 6 month season, and then it's done. The NFL is the same way, right? August
Yeah,
through February, and it's done. And 6 months. The other ones go a little longer. There's more games that you got to squeeze in there. Not more games than the NBA, but they're the fact they don't play them as often.
yeah.
If
Like
you
the Bundesliga season is 9 months long.
yeah, it is because they take a Christmas break. Yeah,
9 months.
there's an international break for international soccer when you got to have Olympic qualifying or U.S. Or World Cup qualifying or all that stuff. You got
But
to
the
have all
point
these
is,
breaks.
when these breaks happen, you kind of, if you want to keep track of things, because that world is so large, you have to follow your players, the people you like, the things you like,
Yeah,
from here to there to there to back to here. Now we're starting again, but then they might stop, or though they've been put on
sure.
loan to another team, which means they're coming back at some point. But like for like after a year or two, we're gonna get
All right.
it's such a foreign concept because it feels so it's structured,
I
but
don't
its
know.
structure doesn't feel
It,
wildly defined
the
like
F1
all the other sports are.
F1's the same way.
Everyone takes a month off in the middle, and it's weird.
F1 takes a month off and a
But
2-week
in the
break
middle of
and a
that time,
4-week
you don't
break.
have to wonder
And
about Oscar racing
it's
for
true.
the Australian international
That's
team
true.
in F1 international racing.
But they've
it's
done
not another series.
they've done things before. They've taken like a week off, and you go, why can't we race this week? Well, we got to move all this stuff. It's a logistical nightmare. You mean from Belgium to the Netherlands? It's like
Yeah.
100. It's like 100 miles. I mean, you've gone further in a week, overseas even in a week. But you know what I mean. They take a lot of weeks off. The F1 schedule is full of, hey,
2 weeks off for travel.
I gotta have a week off, right? We're not racing next week. Okay, when I get it when you're going from Asia to the U.S. or you're going from the Middle East to the U.S. or something, I mean I get it, but some of those things they literally took a week off one year and it was literally from Belgium to the Netherlands, and I went, you could drive the cars there. You don't even have to freaking load them up. Just drive them.
Apparently, they used to do it every single week. That's the way F1 used to be. And apparently, it caused a lot of issues. Like your season was 24 weeks long, week after week, with a 1 month break in the middle. So, I mean, it was whatever that is, 25 weeks long. But you raced week after week after week. And apparently, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was a massive problem. Imagine all of a sudden, oh, crap, 2 of my pit crew guys' passports have expired.
Yeah, it's true. It happens.
Gosh, that's like a 3-week process to
but
get new ones.
But
I
feel like that would be something you would have already done at the beginning of the season. You renewed your passport or gotten a passport and made sure that it was good for the year, and then in the off season you could go fix it if you needed to. Anyway, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a European way of doing things, and it's not American. The American way is different, and so. But anyway. Let's go back. Idaho State plays at UNLV. That's a 1:00 game. I don't know where you're gonna find that on TV. No idea if you'll find that on TV. But that's an Allegiant Stadium. They're playing in Las Vegas. Fresno State plays at Kansas. That's a 3:30 game. It is on Fox. Sam Houston State plays at Western Kentucky. That is a 4 p.m. game on the CBS Sports Network, if you've got the sports package. And then Stanford at Hawaii at 4:30 p.m., which is only like, what is that? 10:30 a.m. in Hawaii.
Is it 4:30 p.m. local time in Hawaii?
It's 4:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
So it'd be like 10:30 in the morning Hawaii. I think it's 6 hours. Maybe not 6 hours. It's only 3 hours. Might only be 3 hours. Might be a 1:30 game. I think it's only 3 hours. But that's on CBS or Paramount Plus if you got it.
3 hours. It is
3 hours. There you go.
Yep. So 1:00 game.
So it's a 1:30 game local, 4:30 here. It's the latest game of that day. And then everything else happens on Thursday the 28th. That's when it all kicks off for college football. And there are way too many. But there are some gigantic week 1 games. We're talking Texas, Ohio State. We're talking Miami, Notre Dame. I don't know. We're talking New Mexico, Michigan. No, we're talking LSU, Clemson. Those are big games. There are some big week 1 games. I like that. It's about time, right?
Yeah.
And then did you hear the announcement that the SEC in 26 is going to move to a 9-game schedule?
I did.
That's great.
They're only 10 years, 15 years, 20 years too late.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, it's because this past year, again, competition's getting bigger now. Like, it's not easy for you just to run tables. Everyone's got a network and there's money to be made for everyone. So last year the committee dinged SEC schools for cupcake games.
Yeah.
They actually dinged them for it. And so what happens 2 years later? They're like, oh, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you should have fixed it a long time ago. And instead of just playing the Citadel, I firmly believe that you should be able to play 3 non-conference games, and you should not be able to play a non-conference game, with the exception of a rivalry game, an established rivalry game, past week 4. Like, I don't want you to play again the Citadel in week 11.
Right.
Like, that was the classic Alabama or Auburn tactic, was you play them right before you played the Iron Bowl.
Chattanooga.
It's like, I don't want that. Like, you need to still be playing conference teams the week before you play your big games.
I like it.
So
this will eliminate.
Should it be capped off?
This may or may not eliminate that. what it may do
A little bit, yeah.
is it may have them playing a conference like the Big Ten does, play a conference game in week 1 or week 2, so that they can save that bye, quote
Sure.
unquote, that easy that gimme for that
Yeah.
week before the rivalry game. Because that's kind of how it's been. Alabama and Florida State are playing at Florida State. I think that's going to be a good football game.
Notre Dame Miami is a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one. There's some really good matchups. I think it's going to be fun because the beginning of the season they've got these rankings with them. Come on, I don't know that anybody knows how good someone's going to be.
Right.
And there's a lot of love for Penn State, by the way,
Every
lot. And they're I mean, oh, this is the best team they've ever had. Well, yeah, they're returning 2 running backs. They're returning their quarterback, their offense, almost their whole offensive line. I think it is their whole offensive line. So I get it. I understand the hype. I get it. This is the same team that Oregon beat last year. I mean, all right. So you're
except minus a world.
Their tight end. Yeah, they're 90% of their offense left. Yeah. All right.
You know, that is a good question. What was his name?
Tight
end.
He.
Oh my gosh!
I have this. Don't. It is. Oh crap! Why can't I remember this?
I know.
I know you do. Again, all I can think of is Aller, the quarterback, and why is that the only name coming? I can see him. He's number 44. That's not helpful, right? Yeah, and yeah, he's number 44. That's all I. Oh my gosh! And I yelled at USC. USC could beat Penn State. All they had to do was double team the frickin' tight end, and they wouldn't. And they just got hammered by him. Nope. What is it?
His name is Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
And last year, Drew Aller threw for 3,300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So not. Well, Tyler Warren caught 1,200 of that.
Yeah, it was a big chunk.
So about a third. He caught 8 of Drew Aller's 24 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a large, massive chunk of that whole thing.
And he had some rushing yards too.
And he had some, he also had some rushing stats and stuff like that. But I mean, looking at the big games last year for Drew Aller, you know, when it mattered, they won 21-7 versus Illinois.
Yeah,
like that's all right. They lost to Oregon. They lost to Ohio State. They only played 3 ranked teams in the regular season and Big Ten championship, and they lost to them all.
Yep.
They did go on to beat SMU and Boise State in the what's it called, but I don't know. Those are SMU and Boise State, hit or miss. Or sorry, they didn't lose to them all. They beat Illinois, but they lost to the Oregon and Ohio State. So he in those games he was not great. In Ohio State, he was 12 of 20 for 146 yards.
Yeah.
Against Oregon, he did have 226.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, 2 picks, but he didn't look great in the second half of that game. I don't know. This is not your guy, and that running back's pretty good though. I don't know his name, but
they got 2 of them.
Yeah, whoever the main one was last year.
Yeah, I don't know. They're returning 2, and I can't remember who was which, but they're both pretty good.
Singleton.
Singleton. And I get it. You're getting a lot of love because you're returning all that offense, but I without the tight end, you guys. I mean, unless you got another guy that's just.
I mean, how many
stepping
third
up.
down and longs did we see where he bailed you out of that?
Yeah, there was a lot of Johnny Manziel-esh throwing the ball up for grabs. Here, let my tight end get it. And he did. He made plays. I mean, he was good. I'll admit it. He was better, but the other teams were. I'm sitting here at home, and your mom probably got so tired of it because they were on TV quite a bit. Penn State was, and I'm sitting here yelling at the screen, going, "It's going to the tight end. He's going into the backfield. It's going to the tight end. If he goes in motion, he's going. They're going to run it with him." And they did. And I'm like, how do you not know that? How do you guys not know that's coming? I know that's coming. And I'm not a defensive coordinator. I don't get paid for that.
It doesn't mean that they don't know it's not coming.
You should have a guy dedicated.
You don't want to over allocate resources and get burned.
Make them burn you.
Keep it in front of you.
Make them burn you. Make him beat you.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is coaches, generally speaking, are wimps. They don't want home runs or swinging for home runs every play. They tend to play conservative 90% with the occasional blitz. It's not common that guys will be like, oh yeah, it's just Tyler Warren on this team. Let's double cover him every single play.
Every play.
With an edge and a linebacker, because
I
he
would
ain't
have.
getting away from those guys.
Yep.
Like, let's do it every single play. I don't only rush 3, but then they'll start tearing you up with a run game.
Maybe. They didn't. I mean, yeah, and then maybe they will. But they were definitely going to beat you if you let Tyler Warren beat you.
Katron Allen is his name.
Katron Allen. Singleton and Allen.
Who stepped up against Oregon.
Yeah. They're both good. They're both coming back.
Yeah.
So
they're both coming back. But
yeah.
I mean, but also beyond all of this.
We haven't even
James
gotten anywhere.
Franklin, what has he done?
I know, that's the other thing, right?
So great. Remember when he had Trace McSorley, the future of NFL quarterbacking? Nothing. Who was the guy after that they had? Not McSorley. They had a
remember.
quarterback after that who was supposed to be the future of quarterbacking.
Yeah.
Hackenberg. Christian Hackenberg.
Hackenberg
Didn't do jack diddly shit there either.
Yeah.
Neither has Drew Aller.
But
give me the next guy and the next guy and the next guy, and James Franklin's still going to piss away the Big Ten, so it doesn't matter.
By the way,
congrats on a 9-3 season. It was fun.
By the way, Penn State is a 44-point favorite against Nevada in week 1.
Yeah,
44 points. That is a gigantic line.
What's Oregon a favorite on over?
Oregon's
over
not
Montana State.
Not as much as you'd think. I was just looking at it. Oregon is a 29.5 point favorite, but Montana State is also a Division II or an FCS, champion.
Yeah, but they're one of those Division II teams that's always playing for a title.
That's good. That's a good team. So I mean, there's some big lines in here. Georgia's a 40-point favorite against Marshall. These are big numbers
really.
Yeah. That some of them I get. Iowa's a 37.5 against Albany. Okay. But
Well,
Iowa's got to score 38, first of all, right?
They're just trying to drive numbers.
Sure.
Like they're trying to drive bets those directions.
Yeah. I mean,
because I'd hammer the under on Georgia Marshall at 40 points.
I would too.
I'd go under on that. I don't know that I'd do it for Penn State, Nevada.
Nah, maybe
I
not.
I see Nevada laying an egg.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just trying to be controversial and get you to bet.
Michigan's a 37-point favorite against New Mexico.
Yeah.
There's some big numbers. I mean, those are significant amounts that people will suck up. Vanderbilt's a 36-point favorite against Charleston Southern. Ooh, that's a lot of points you're laying down. I don't know. Oklahoma's a 35.5 against Illinois State. I mean, just think about that for a minute. You got to score 5 touchdowns, right? And not let them score at all. Or if you let them score, you have to beat them by 5 touchdowns. That's a lot against who? I don't care who you're playing. That's a lot of freaking touchdowns. 35 points is a lot of points. 44 is a ridiculous amount. That is 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You've got to beat someone by 6 touchdowns. If they don't score, you've got to score 6 of your own. It's a lot of points. I mean, Penn State don't score 44 points a game last year. That's not a thing. Right? So, I'm not sure what they did last year in terms of I'm going to look it up right now because you know what? We're already way off topic and way off schedule. We might as well. Penn State last year. Oh, come on. Just come up. Why can't I just get things to come quickly? 24. So Penn State last year, their highest output, they did score 56 against Kent State. They won 56-0.
Yeah.
And they did score 37 against Oregon.
Yeah.
They did score 44 against Maryland, but they only had a 37 and 49 against Purdue. But who didn't score 49 against Purdue?
they were really bad.
So they have a chance, but they didn't average 44 points a game. So there's they
averaged 33.1.
Yeah, that's not a real thing. I don't know. I what I'm getting at is the points spreads and all that kind of crap at the beginning of the season. You don't know how good any of these teams are. And we'll find out after about 3 weeks, right? Once they start heading into conference and you've played your one big woohoo non-conference game, it'll start to find out. We won't find out about Oregon until they play Penn State. That's like five
that's gonna
games
be the whiteout game too, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be exciting. So anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NFL real quick.
Okay.
We're talking about the AFC. Which of these teams is going? I'm going to go through these 4 teams. There's 4 teams here I got listed. Are they going to have a better record or a worse record than last year? Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills were 13-4 last year.
Better.
They're going to be better. I'm writing
Yeah,
this down, so just
I think they're going to be. I think they're going to. I mean, not by much. You can't do much better. Yeah.
the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers were 10. They were 10-7. Pittsburgh without Aaron Rodgers. Will they be better
Yeah.
or worse?
If I have to choose one of those two,
I will take
I'll
the
say,
same if you want to say the same.
Oh, the same. I think they'll be the same.
Okay. The Los Angeles Chargers were 11-6 last year.
Worse.
A lot worse?
No, just worse. Like 10 wins
Okay.
versus 11 wins.
And
Like they should have dropped a game to the Broncos,
right.
and they didn't. They should have dropped another game to the Chiefs earlier in the season,
Right.
but they did. And it's like those are probably aren't going to go their way all the time. So
the Denver Broncos were 10-7 last year.
God, I'm going to say better, and that's just being hopeful. But it can't be much better. Like your schedule doesn't set up for you to win 12, 13 games unless you're just way better than I think you are. But it does set up for you to turn one of those losses into a win, instead of the Chiefs blocking your field goal. I mean, they were a Chiefs blocked field goal away from having 11 wins last year. So
and from being in the playoffs, yeah.
And yeah.
So okay. Yeah. I knew you'd like that. So question 2. Which of these 3 teams has the best chance to make the playoffs? And I know the answer already, probably, that you're going to throw out. Miami, who was 8-9 last year. The Cincinnati Bengals, who were 9-8 last year. Or the Indianapolis Colts, who were 8-9 last year. Those are the only 3 teams that were 9-8 or 8-9 that didn't make the playoffs. They were in that next tier of teams in the AFC.
So it's actually the Titans, or not Titans, the Colts, because that division, you still have a chance to win it.
Yeah, but that's
the Cincinnati
true.
Has to beat the Ravens
to win
that division.
That's a good point.
I can't count on that. And then in Miami has to beat Buffalo to win that division. I can't count on that.
That's
but
a good point.
I could see the Colts eking out a 9-win division championship year and getting into the playoffs.
Do you think Daniel Jones can lead the Colts, because he's the starter week 1, that they've already named him? Do you think he can lead the Colts to the playoffs?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
An unconfident, sure.
Question mark. I'm going to put a question mark on it.
It seems like it's possible. Daniel Jones was never really bad. He just also wasn't really good.
Yeah.
But also it was the Giants. Like that's a terrible organization to begin with. So I don't know. Like they traded away Saquon and said, "Here, go out and do better."
Yeah.
Last year without Saquon.
Okay.
It's like that's a bummer. So I don't know. It's hard to say, but I do think it's possible that the Colts have a better chance of winning that division and securing a guaranteed playoff berth than the Bengals do of winning their division. So that means they're forced into the wild card scenario.
That's true.
And now you're going to be competing with a bunch of people.
And I didn't think about it that way in terms of wild card versus winning the division. Yeah, I don't think Cincinnati's going to win the division. They'll have to get a wild card spot.
But that's the question. Who has the best chance to do it? I think it's the Colts.
Because
who I think is going to do it, it's going to be the Bengals.
Okay.
I think the Bengals will be a 6 or 7 or 5, 6 or 7, whatever it is, and they'll get in the wild card.
Okay, that's fair. All right, question 3. You ready?
Yep.
Who's going to be the most improved team of these 5 teams I'm going to give you in the AFC? The Tennessee Titans were 3-14. New England was 4-13.
Yeah.
Cleveland was 3-14. Jacksonville was 4-13, and Las Vegas was 4-13.
Jacksonville has all of the tools to be better. The division's weak. They've got really good players all around. They got a little injury bug there in the middle. They drafted pretty well. They got some great pieces, including Travis Hunter. Like they could be, of those teams, they could make the easiest step forward. None of those other teams really felt like they went out and got a ton of things that made them better. Obviously, the Raiders got Pete Carroll and Ashton Genty and Geno Smith, so they've kind of overhauled, but an overhaul doesn't inspire confidence as much as add-ons do. So I don't know. I think it's them.
And I heard an interesting stat for the AFC South, which is that when they named Daniel Jones the quarterback in Tennessee, or not in Tennessee, in Indianapolis, it made Will Levis the oldest starting quarterback in the AFC South.
Will Levis isn't going to start though.
Well, he was a starter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, he's injured for the season, right?
Yeah, he's going to be out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're all young. I mean, Travis,
Well,
not Travis, but
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is going to be your senior guy, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll get a
It's
good
such a
week one
young
look
division.
at Cam Ward because we've got
Cam
tickets to
Ward will be interesting.
Broncos Titans week 1.
Cam Ward will be interesting. We'll see how good he is. I mean, I don't know. I know how good he was in college. I just don't know how good it's going to translate to the NFL with that team, right? That's
And
that's the
I
thing.
was also not sold how good he was in college. But the thing is, it's not just him. They also grabbed, who's the receiver that they grabbed? Calvin Ridley? Is that right? They have 2 good receivers. Yeah, Tennessee grabbed 2 good receivers.
Way to go and ask the questions that I don't have the quick answer for.
Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley. They also drafted Elick Aomanor from Stanford, who I really like. They have Van Jefferson. So they've got a decent little receiving core right there. Oh, and Xavier Restrepo, who was with Cam Ward at Miami.
That's true.
Yeah, so they've got an
it's a
interesting
familiar
little
receiver to
dynamic
throw to.
one. Yeah. And then I don't think they have like a crazy running back squad. I think that's kind of Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears. Yeah, it's nothing. Oh, and they also drafted Jamar Jefferson out of Oregon State. Nice. Yeah. But nothing too crazy there. But they're an interesting wild card. Jacksonville's my answer. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the odd question of the whole thing. Are you ready for the odd question? Who has more to gain by tanking this year? Now, and here's my team. Here's your choices. You ready? The Jets, Las Vegas, Tennessee, and Indianapolis. And I only say Indianapolis because they struggled to figure out which quarterback it was, and I feel like putting Daniel Jones out there and giving up on Anthony Richardson is more of a we don't care how good we are this year.
Oh. Who has more to gain?
Yeah, which team can gain the most by becoming the number 1 pick if they decide this season's over? And one of those 4 teams, and Tennessee is or Indianapolis is kind of a meh, but one of those teams is going to go at some point, meh, let's just give up.
In theory, I think that plus the Raiders have the best core.
Yeah,
like they've got a couple in theory. So they have Brock Bowers and Max Crosby. Those are superstars.
They are.
Like they're legitimate bona fide superstars. And then Geno Smith's a very, very good, better, more than serviceable quarterback. And if you believe in Ashton Genty, and he does manifest,
right?
Then you have an offense that has one of the best catching playmakers, Joker type pieces in Bowers. You have a quarterback that's good enough to get done. You have a running back that's good enough to get you 1,000 yards. You could tank this year to try and grab what's his name out of Ohio State, the receiver out of Ohio State next year,
right?
Jeremiah Smith, or the guy from Alabama, Williams. You could try and do something like that. I don't know if you're tanking to grab a different quarterback because I mean,
right.
Arch Manning is in theory the prize for whoever tanks this year,
right?
But the Raiders have the best core, so tanking, and if you can maintain your core through your tank in the off season, in theory, gives you the best chance. However, I don't think that Max Crosby will tank. I don't think
he won't tank.
I don't think that Pete Carroll will tank. So with that in mind,
okay,
it's probably got to be
the Jets.
The Jets. They could use a quarterback.
They could use a quarterback, and that's the reason I put these guys on here. These people on here. I know Tennessee's got a quarterback, but they could draft something else to go with Cam Ward.
You also left off the Saints.
That's the NFC.
Have a quarterback debate. Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's the NFC. That doesn't count. Yeah, we got to talk about them next week. There's NFC tankers and there's AFC tankers, and I don't know who's going to be fighting each other.
Probably the Jets.
Okay.
So
all right, let's go.
The Jets have nothing to live for right now. so you might as well.
That's terrible. That's a terrible way to start.
You're just gonna lose everyone else. So
all right, here we go. Which of these quarterbacks is going to play in the most games this year? Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, or Tua Tagovailoa?
That's such a loaded question because all of them, one's old, one's injury prone, and the other one, Aaron Rodgers, isn't necessarily injury prone, he's old, but he's not as old as Joe Flacco, or is he as old as Joe Flacco? Maybe he is. But he's much better.
The
He's
questions,
much
these
better than Joe
questions are
Flacco.
all loaded. I throw them like this because these are guys that didn't play a full season, right? And we could
Well,
add
but you
we could
you
add a
can't
couple
blame
more.
that on Joe Flacco.
No, well,
Joe Flacco didn't play all season because he wasn't on the team for most of the season.
agreed. But the year before, he only played a little bit because he got hurt. So there's injuries
I'd
in
say
Joe
it's Aaron
Flacco's
Rodgers.
career. You think he's going to play more games than most games?
Yeah, I think that I don't think that Tua is going to come off the field this year. I think they kind of figured out protecting him in the back like quarter of last year. So as long as he just has to not be dumb.
Well,
Be
yeah,
like
not just put his head down and run into somebody.
whenever you get it in your head, I think I can get these yards. Stop.
Right.
Just don't even bother with it. We'd rather punt and have you next drive than have you grab the first down and lose you for 4 games.
And you think Aaron Rodgers will play in more games than those other two?
Yeah. Well, because I think Joe Flacco is going to get benched eventually for
It could be
either Shadur or Gabriel. It depends on which news article you want to read.
Right.
So I think that eventually he's going to get benched unless he's doing really, really, really good. But I can't see him doing that good.
I mean,
and Tua is good enough to play the entire season, so it's just a health question of him. But like I said, I think they figured out protecting him quite a bit. But that doesn't mean he won't. I just trust Rodgers' health because I mean Rodgers' only 2 major injuries of his career was a freak Achilles tear and an ACL tear. Like it happens, man. I guess.
Yeah.
So and he's back to playing on grass now, so it's not turf.
Right. So there's that.
That MetLife Stadium curse is real.
I don't know. All right. So so let's ask this question: who has more sacks this year in the AFC? Who leads the AFC in sacks? And you only get 3 choices: Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati, Myles Garrett, Cleveland, and Nick Bonito from the Denver Broncos. And just so you know, Hendrickson had 17.5 last year. Garrett had 14, and Bonito had 13.5.
Right. If I had to put money on it, I'm saying it's Myles Garrett. I just trust his consistency more. Also, Trey Hendrickson might not even be on this team.
He may not be on this team, but he might still be in the AFC.
He's got a whole contract dispute going on right now, and
he did show up to camp.
But if he misses a couple weeks playing,
that's true.
Like that's going to hurt sack totals and things like that. Or if they trade him, because that does seem like what they're going to do, he could go to a team that doesn't use him properly. And then that's just an unfortunate thing. Nick Bonito is impressive. And by the way, I ordered my final 2 Broncos jerseys, a white and an orange, because I have the other colors, and my orange one is Nick Bonito.
Sweet.
I'm pretty jazzed about that. But he's really good. And in his only preseason game so far, he had 2.5 sacks.
Yeah.
So it stands the reason that he's trending that way. But he's in a contract year 2, and he hasn't signed it yet. So...
Okay.
How hard is he going to try? Like, you want it, but you also don't want to get hurt and be out forever. Like,
you don't want to do that.
So Myles Garrett's the most secure of all of them. He's been in his role the longest. He's been in this defense the longest. He's consistently produced. I'm going to trust him to keep doing it.
Okay, that's fair. And he has been. He has been good. Here's a question. This is a true or false question. You ready? Someone other than Jamar Chase will lead the AFC in receiving yards this year.
False.
You think he's going to do it again?
I have no reason to believe not.
Okay.
Joe, as long as Joe Burrow's healthy, he'll be fine.
Okay.
And also, when Joe Burrow's not healthy, he was still getting decent yardage.
He's pretty damn good. I mean,
I feel comfortable saying he's the best receiver at this size that we've seen since Jerry Rice. Problem is, I can't compare him against Megatron, because Megatron is 4 inches taller and 40 pounds heavier, but
I mean, is he?
So it's not the same. But
which one of
him and Jerry Rice have very similar builds.
You got one pick. You got to take a wide receiver. You taking Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson?
Jamar Chase.
Okay.
He seems like he has a better nose for when things aren't going well to like keep his head in the game. Whereas Justin Jefferson seems like, not that he quits on his team, because I don't think that's the right way to say it. I just think that he lets the game affect his mentality. Whereas Jamar Chase is very goldfishy next play.
Just forget about it and move on.
Yeah, just forget. Yeah. Oh, I dropped that big pass. Don't worry, I'll get the next one, and he will.
All right. So who's going to lead the AFC in rushing? You got three options. You ready? They're Jonathan Taylor. There's Derrick Henry, and there's anyone else. Because those two guys have won the last, 4 or 5 rushing AFC rushing titles, if you want to call it that. But they've led the AFC in rushing, I think, the last 5 years. So,
well, it's not going to be James Conner. It's not going to be James Cook. Jahmyr Gibbs is a good candidate.
It's NFC, right?
Oh, that's right. He's Lions. Damn
yeah,
it.
we're just AFC.
Damn.
Just AFC.
Yeah, well, no, I'm trying to think, but you don't always get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to believe it'd be anybody else other than Derrick or Jonathan Taylor, and there's no reason to believe it'll be Jonathan Taylor more than
Derrick Henry. Okay.
So,
I'm
gonna go with Henry.
All right, and that's what I was gonna go with. I mean, he's different. I mean, he's bigger and stronger, and he just plays it a different way. When you watch him stiff arm people, and you're like, God, good night. He reminds me of Marshawn Lynch with a stiff arm, because Marshawn Lynch didn't stiff arm people; he just tried to run over you. But Derrick Henry's stiff arm is the best in the NFL, and it gets you. I don't know. I would like to see how many yards after stiff arm people get, right? But you got to actually make it an official stiff arm. It's not one of those things where I touched his helmet as he fell to the ground. That doesn't count. It's got to be an actual boom. I hit you with my arm out. I put my arm out and went boom and knocked you out of the way. But they don't keep track of that, so I don't know. But
his career average yards after contact is 3.4.
Is that all? It seems like it'd be more.
It seems like it would be. I mean, his career rushing average is only 4.9.
That's true.
I mean, I say only 4.9. It's 5 yards.
5 yards. That's pretty.
That's
pretty
wonderful. Last year he averaged 5.9. So
yeah, it was big. Yeah, he's been better as he's gotten older. To me, just seems like he's a better runner now than he was.
But he is 31.
He's he's not young,
and he's managed to escape major injury for the majority of his
career. You just jinxed him. I'm gonna put a asterisk.
It's not. It's fine. It's just. Right. It's when you start getting to be an older running back, you start worrying about it.
Sure. All right, I got 2 questions left. You ready?
All right.
These are tough. This is a tough question. What week of the season will the first team be eliminated from the playoffs in the AFC?
Week 12.
Okay. And
who is
left to go? Who is it going to be?
Oh.
First team out.
It feels like there's it feels like there's a couple potentially obvious answers. But probably the Jets or the Patriots.
Oh, no, you got to pick one.
It's probably going to be the Jets or the Patriots because that division should wrap up pretty fast with the Bills, and then the Dolphins will be contending. So, yeah, I'll go with the Jets. The Jets in Week 12.
Okay. That's good.
I feel like that's a tough one, though.
Well, and that leads to the follow-up question, the last question, which is, who's the first team to clinch a playoff spot, and what week are they going to do that?
The first team to clinch a playoff spot. Oh man, I forgot about the Texans are in that division.
The Texans are in the South. I forgot about the
Texans in that division.
The Texans are in the South. They won it last year, but they were only 10. I think they were only 10-7, weren't they?
Yeah, they were only 10-7. But I made all those statements earlier about the Colts having a good chance to win that division, and I forgot about the Texans.
Well, but I mean, who else is it going to be? So
yeah, it's true. And the
Jacksonville has to improve. Jacksonville has to improve 6 games over last year to get there.
Yeah.
They were 4 and whatever. So
I think it'll be the Bills. I think the Chiefs are going to be worse. I think the Texans are going to be about the same. I think the Ravens are going to be about the same. I don't think the Steelers are going to be any better. The Bengals should be better. In theory, if the Bengals don't crap the start of the season,
like they
you know
did
what I mean?
Year,
they could have had 13 wins last year and been one of the best teams in the AFC. So
they did kind of crap the bed. You're right.
Yeah, they started terribly. So I think it's gonna be the Bills. I think that's a pretty fair, safe guess.
What week?
Let's just go with the same week. Week 12.
Week 12. Okay.
Week 12.
The same week. Yeah. So they beat the Jets and knocked them out and clinch.
Yeah, it'll be like 10-1.
I wonder if they play Week 12. I'm gonna go look just to see if they play in Week 12, because that would be hilarious. I'm looking at Week 12 right now. So Uh, Bills. No, the Bills play Houston in Week 12
Ooh, yeah, they play
at Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah. And the Jets play at Baltimore, so there's a good chance you're right about the Jets.
The Jets get knocked
The
out that
Jets,
week.
yeah. But Buffalo's got a tough one at Houston. So
When the hell do they play the? Oh, they play them in week 18, and they play them in week.
a
What's
week
their other game?
week 18 won't even
Week
matter.
2. They play the Jets in week 2 and 18.
God bless. Week 18 won't
Early
even.
and late.
No one's playing in Week 18. So I mean,
Should
except
be. It
those
should
teams
be.
that have to win, but the Jets will be eliminated, and the Buffalo will already have probably secured the 2 seed like they do every year.
Every year.
All right. That's all I got for the.
That's because I don't think the Chiefs are going to be as good though.
That's
so that's the chance.
That's all I got for those questions. And so you're just expect that the NFC questions will be similarly aligned next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to go through that. But what I got is trivia and trivia questions, and so this is going to be fun because I got a lot of stuff here from the NFL.
Right.
So here's trivia question 1. So you can see the screen, right? So, in what year were the helmets first required in the NFL?
Ooh.
Trivia question
1. The NFL or the AFL?
The NFL. There was no AFL when this happened.
I don't know, sometime in the 40s, right? Like
okay.
47. Let's go with 47.
It's 43. You were so close.
So before the end of World War II.
You were right in there. But yeah, 43.
That's fair enough.
When you first had to put on a leather helmet.
Fair enough.
Didn't help at all. Probably, I don't know. They're just required.
I
think players were wearing them before then, but it wasn't required. It wasn't a mandatory thing until 1943. So that's
Is that a picture of somebody's like Michigan?
I don't know. I don't know who this is. I just pulled this off the internet. I have no idea what this is.
It's got like the Wolverine look to
this front of it.
The front,
yeah, it kind of does. You're not wrong. Let's go to question 2. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Of the 20 most watched TV broadcasts in the United States ever, 18 are Super Bowls. Okay. What are the other 2 broadcasts? Two shows that were on that got better ratings, right, than every other show in the world except Super Bowls. So there were 18 of them were Super Bowls. Can you name me 2 shows? 2 broadcasts. That's the best way to put it.
That's a very specific
It's
statement.
a very specific statement.
The moon landing?
Moon landing's 1, correct. Ding.
It was one of our first major nationally broadcasted events. It was kind of cool.
Ding ding ding.
Can I get a date for the other one?
It happened.
A time frame?
Mm-hmm. It happened in the 80s.
This has been like somebody's like a funeral maybe or something like that, or I don't know. In the 80s.
I didn't make it easy.
A weird time.
I didn't make it easy. I was just there. This was just a weird weird thing that came up, and I was like, 18 of the top 20 most watched broadcasts of all time are Super Bowls. What? Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. My brain is not there for it.
So the other one is the MASH finale, the last episode of MASH.
Nice.
Yeah, which was higher than the moon landing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched MASH.
I think it's 14th on the all-time list, something like that. So it was pretty high up there. But yeah, the moon landing was definitely a big deal, right? Except not as many people had TVs in 1969. So the viewership wouldn't be as high. It would have been higher had that happened in 1990, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been the number 1 of all time. But since it's a matter of when it happened too. So there's that. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We're moving along. Every current NFL team has worn white at home at least once. Name the last team to wear white at home, like the latest one who they finally said, okay, we'll do it.
The last team to
the last team
doing
yeah,
it?
the last team to do it for the first time.
I'm trying to think about teams that have like stubborn uniform tendencies, like Green Bay or
I'm gonna
Chicago.
I'm gonna clue you in. It's not one of those teams that has stubborn uniform tendencies.
Really?
Yeah, which really kind of surprised you. Yeah.
Huh. Huh. So it's a relatively progressive team then. Um, in that case, my brain is thinking like the Seahawks or maybe the Chargers would be good guesses. Let's go with the Chargers.
It's the Seahawks.
Oh, snap!
Tw-
When did they do that?
2023
I don't even
was the
remember
first
them.
time
I
they
don't
wore
even
white.
remember them wearing white at home.
First time they ever wore white at home was 2023. So they were the.
When I think of non stubborn teams, the Seahawks
Oh, here, wait.
have the most dramatic uniforms.
I have a picture.
Oh, look, there it is.
There it is.
Russell Wilson and DK. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next.
All right.
Here we go. Only one quarterback in Denver Broncos history who was drafted by the Broncos has won an NFL playoff game.
Tim Tebow.
It's Tim Tebow. You're right. Good Lord. There you go. That was
Beat the,
easier than I thought it was.
Beat the Pittsburgh Steelers
There you
with
go.
a little, not a Hail Mary pass, but a deep pass
Oh,
to
yeah.
Marius Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. That was easier than I
Yeah.
thought it would be for you.
All
right.
Well, that's the most recent one I could think of, and that play sticks out in my head really bad. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I knew he drafted him, and I knew it. And you said there's only one. I'm like, well, that's
All
the one I know.
All the other ones that were ever drafted, all were drafted by someone else that won Denver playoff games. So.
Oh, but see, that includes Elway, who
Yep.
never played
for
for
Colts,
anyone else,
but he's drafted by the Colts.
but he was drafted by him.
Yeah,
Trade.
that was the thing. It was drafted by.
Yeah.
All right. Only one NFL player has been a grandfather while still an active player.
Steve Smith Sr.
That would have been a good guess.
That would be a
It's
good
not
guess.
Steve Smith Sr. This was the best
uh,
grandfather picture I could find, by the way.
That
don't
was the best.
I don't know. When you just type in grandfather and you're looking for pictures, there aren't a lot of options. There's a lot of old guys.
It has to be like a quarterback, right?
Okay.
Because
Does it?
you have to play for a long time. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you have to play for a long time.
Yeah,
you have to.
you do. You do have to play for a long time.
I know Peyton wasn't. I know Tom Brady wasn't. I know Drew Brees wasn't. I'm thinking about all the guys who played for a long time. Phillip Rivers was probably close. You got 30 kids. One of them's probably got a kid.
I never thought of it that way. Yeah, sure.
Brett Favre played for a long time. He played for 20 years or so. Wait, when did Brett Favre get drafted? It was in the 90s sometime. Man, that is a doozy because I'm trying to think about
Right.
somebody who played.
Because let's face it. If you went to college for all 4 years and you were 22 when you came out of college,
Right.
and you played 20 years, you'd only be 42.
Right.
So you'd have to have just been a grandfather. You know what I mean? Because that's about the time frame for a 20-year-old, another 20-year-old to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's rough. I mean, you'd have had your kids young.
I don't know about guys like Joe Montana and those guys, because I don't know. They didn't even play Steve Young. No, I'll go with Brett Favre because he played for a really long time. You know, retiring and unretiring, and he's like the last of that group of quarterbacks that I know well. That
how did that go? Retiring and unretiring.
I know the other ones didn't have kids.
Yeah.
Retiring. Yeah, I'll go with Brett Favre.
Okay, it's Brett Favre. You're right. It is Brett Favre.
Wait, so how was
when he was playing in Minnesota? It was his last season, I think.
So it would have been like what, 2011, 2012?
Yeah,
like that?
I don't remember the year. I didn't write down the year.
Huh.
But it's in there. Yeah, he became a grandfather. His
had
daughter.
A kid like right away when he got to the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
and
then played 20 years.
And then he played. Yeah, and then he played forever. So
Okay.
that helps. That helps you get to that point. All right.
Interesting. All right, got that one right. I'm surprised.
All right. Now these are not questions. I got a couple.
He looks like a grandfather in that picture.
I know. That was the oldest one I could find. So these are not questions. These are just weird stats. I'm gonna throw these at you. Are you ready? And you get to you get to be the beneficiary. In 2014, not a single wide receiver caught a touchdown pass for the Kansas City Chiefs.
What?
No doubt. They were tight ends and running backs, but no wide receivers.
Well, being fair, they lost Rashee Rice early and Sky Moore. They lost to injury too.
2014.
So,
yeah.
Wait, 2014.
In 2014. This was
Oh,
the
then they must have just been bad.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Not scoring a lot of touchdowns at all.
yeah. So that's true. Alex Smith was the quarterback.
Well,
Um,
I mean, he was never
yeah, I know, but
terrible.
it was an interesting, and I think it was like Travis
They were
Kelsey's
9-7.
first year or second. Yeah, they were 9-7. They ran the ball a lot. Jamal Charles was the running back. They ran the ball a lot. So there was a lot less passes, but he threw a lot to the tight ends, running backs. Just no wide receiver caught a touchdown pass for Kansas City that year. It's just weird, right? You just don't think that that's going to happen. But I don't know what the next. Is there a team that had one or a team that had two in a year? I don't know any of those things, but I do know this stat, and I was like, what?
It looks like they only had 18 touchdowns entirely on the year.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, not great.
And 9 of them were Jamal Charles.
Yeah, Jamal Charles was the man for them. So
hey, D'Anthony Thomas had one of those touchdowns.
There you go. Sweet. All right. Next stat. You ready?
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald played 17 NFL seasons and retired with more tackles than dropped passes.
That's pretty cool. And that's not surprising. It's called
No.
Larry Legend for a reason.
Yeah, he caught everything you threw. 29 dropped passes in 17 NFL seasons.
He's a Hall of Famer that never won a title.
That's a think about that for just a minute. That's less than 2 dropped passes a year for 17 years. I mean, I'm sure there was a season where he dropped 4. So that means there were a whole bunch of seasons where he didn't drop a damn pass. Right? So
yeah,
I don't know. I didn't look it up, his whole stats, but I'm just saying 41 tackles is a lot for a wide receiver. That also means your quarterbacks are bad.
I'm kind of curious about
some tackles.
So, all right, I have his stats up here. It says targets versus receptions. So, a great example was in 2020, he had 72 targets and 54 receptions.
Right.
So, you're getting into some fine tuning there when you're saying drops, like whoever is officially making that designation.
Sure.
Like, because I bet you probably could have taken 4 or 5 more of these and called them drops.
Maybe.
But you went, let's put that on the quarterback. It was a little high.
Yeah.
Like and so it's kind of subjective. Where
a little
it's
bit,
like,
but it's subjective for everyone.
Hit him in the fingers, but it was low.
It's subjective for every receiver, though. So.
It's true. But like here in 2005, he had 165 targets and only 103 receptions. You're trying to tell me that on because the average, right? Only 2 of those, 63 that he didn't catch were only 2 of them were drops. The rest of them were just bad throws. And it starts getting a little like
who's the quarterback?
Kurt Warner.
Well,
probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, 2005 Cardinals. It's about that time.
Yeah, it could have been.
It might have. It might have been.
Carson Palmer.
That's hard to say. Carson Palmer would be another good guess for that time frame. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, but anyway, that's the stat that they threw out, and I thought it was interesting. I'm like,
by the way, I got the answer. It was Kurt Warner.
There you go.
Yeah. It was 2-8 as a starter. Ugh.
Yeah, so he wasn't at his best either. So.
No.
The Washington Commanders franchise, dating back to when they were the Redskins, has not shut out an opponent since 1991.
That's not terribly surprising.
That's 33 years worth of football.
Yeah, but I mean, you just got to get a field goal every now and then.
Just out of yourself. But just out of sheer luck, the other team has a bad day and you have one good day. In 33 years, that's never happened. Come on, you didn't play a really shitty team and you just gave up 7 points. I mean, everybody's got a shutout somewhere in that 33 years. Not Washington. I'm like, good night. That's a long time to go without a shutout. That is a long time.
Yeah.
Considering that Washington went through some lean years where they weren't very good.
Well, and then they also had some pretty good years in there too. So it's still pretty crazy. Yeah, it's okay. It definitely isn't normal.
Yeah, it isn't. That's not a normal stretch. That's a long time. That's what I said when I saw it. I was like, that's a crazy stat. All right, just throwing crap out there. Here you go. Ready? This one you can guess. And who is the only player in NFL history to go to 5 straight Super Bowls?
5 straight Super Bowls?
He went to 5 straight Super Bowls.
Oh, it has to be a backup. It has to be someone who's been passed around team to team.
It's not easy.
Oh my gosh. Can I get an era? Wait, first of all, would I know this person?
Probably not.
Okay,
I mean, because he didn't. I think he played in one of those Super Bowls.
What was the era?
So in the 90s.
So he's probably on the Bills.
He was on the Buffalo Bills.
Because the Bills went to
Yeah,
four straight.
he was on the Buffalo Bills. You're not wrong.
So he was on the Bills and then he got traded.
That's correct.
That's what happened.
That
but
is
I have
absolutely
I
correct.
don't know who it is.
Yeah. And you shouldn't, because the last team he played for was the San Diego Chargers.
Okay.
And that's where he went to the 5th Super Bowl. He was on the team for all 4 when they went to 4 straight, and then he got traded to San Diego, and he was on the Chargers for the 5th one. They went to the Super Bowl that next year.
Impressive.
Yeah, they lost all 5. He's lost all 5 every time. He's a 5-time loser. It is, and I don't know if I have a picture up. I don't have a picture. It's Gail Gilbert.
Yeah, never heard of her.
Yeah, Gail Gilbert was the backup quarterback extraordinaire. Played for the Seattle Seahawks too for a while. So
that's a hell of a career. Though.
Yeah,
you went to 5 straight. You can say you went to 5 straight Super Bowls.
Nobody else has done that.
Has somebody else been to 4 straight?
Yeah,
well,
all those.
No, okay,
all
never
yeah,
mind. Everyone for the Bills.
all those Bills guys. Yeah,
yeah.
But none of them went to 5 straight. So
Dang.
except for him, he's the only player in NFL history with 5 straight Super Bowls.
I was really hoping it'd be somebody who went to 5 straight on 5 different teams.
That would have been cool.
But
it's I don't know that that's ever happened.
If you've been cut or traded 5 years in a row, or more than 2 or 3 years in a row, you're probably not getting picked up at some point.
Not by a Super Bowl team.
Not by a Super Bowl team.
That would be crazy. But yeah, I mean, I just personally don't think there's been that many years where there's 5 different teams in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going to the Super Bowl. It's usually the same teams for a little while. You know, San Francisco is here for a while. Dallas is here. You know, Pittsburgh is here. So it'd be hard to get.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's an impressive stat. I mean, not really if you lost them all, but it's still impressive. What's the largest point spread in NFL history since they started doing point spreads?
Oh, like for any game ever?
For any game ever.
Let's call it 24.5.
Well, you're in the ballpark.
Okay. Because they don't go too crazy with NFL point spreads usually.
What you're looking at right here is that game.
Broncos,
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Yep, and 20.
Well, who is that?
In 2013.
Ugh.
So,
is that Ronnie Hillman? I don't know who the hell that is.
No, I don't know. All I know is,
was this Blake Bortles Jaguars team?
It was. I don't even remember who the quarterback. I didn't look that up. I don't even care. I'm just telling you the largest point spread, 26.5.
Jeez.
Denver was a 26.5 point favorite over Jacksonville in Week 2 of 2013. They won 35-19, so Jacksonville covered the spread.
So we did not get it. Yeah. Chad Henne was the quarterback.
That sounds right.
For 15 games, with Blaine Gabbert playing in 3 games.
Yeah, they were a juggernaut.
That was the Maurice Jones-Drew, Denard Robinson time frame.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so weird when you go back and look at teams. You go like, oh, Mercedes Lewis, I remember him. Oh, Justin Blackmon, I remember him. Oh, Justin Forsett, I remember him.
Yeah. Well, it's not that long ago. I mean, it's 10 years. 10, 12 years. So you know most of these players who became good when they started. You know what I mean? If they had a 10-year career, you know them. So
I think this had. Oh no, never mind. Will Ta Uafu. What a running back. No, went to Cal. I remember that name though.
All right, you ready for this one? Here's your best friend Brett again. Who was the first player to catch a pass from Brett Favre on September 13th, 1992? In a game he was playing for the Atlanta Falcons, who drafted him.
Ooh.
Does that help you?
Oh no, this is a trick. This is a trick. It was like a self catch, like he threw it and it got tipped up in the air and he grabbed it and or whatever.
It's not a trick.
Did he get yards? No, he didn't get yards.
Doesn't matter.
I've seen this video like 20 times.
Doesn't matter if he got yards.
It's to himself.
It is Brett Favre.
Yeah, I've seen this. Don't try and trick me. I'll figure it out eventually.
He also set a record, by the way. And now, hold on. Let's hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought. You ready? Because we got one more question, and then I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Stat, all right.
Okay.
I got One more question, and then I get 3 more stats. Only 3 players over the age of 40 have ever caught a pass in the NFL. I want you to name
Oh.
all three players.
Over 40.
Over the age of 40. Yep, 40 and over. Could be 40 in one day, but over the age of 40. Only three players have ever done it. And you know them all. Did I lose you? It went silent. Of course it did, right when we're the best part of this. All of a sudden I lose him. Oh, it was too good to be true. Anybody out there know the answer of the only 3 players over the age of 40 who have ever caught a pass in the NFL? I hate to give it away because he's probably got an answer of some kind on the other end. Don't want to just, Did our call just fail? I think so. I think our call failed. All right, we're going to try and get a hold of him again, see if this works. Our call just quit. Unavailable. Okay. I don't know if there was a time limit on these things, on the Teams. Since we went to Microsoft Teams, that's a good question. Plus, my Microsoft Teams doesn't seem to want to reload. Technical difficulties on our end. I apologize. But see if I can get a hold of. Because he's calling me. Are you back?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Ended the call. Okay, so it was that simple.
Yeah. All right.
Did you hear any of my train of thought?
No, not at all. 0.
Okay, so Steve Smith Sr. played for a long time in his career.
Yep.
So I was thinking Steve Smith Sr.
Okay.
I know Jerry Rice played late into his career. So I'm thinking Jerry Rice is a potential. And then there's only one other person that I know. I don't like choosing him, but I know Tom Brady caught a flea flicker post 40, like last year, like at Tampa. So I know that happened. And if there's only 3 guys, he has to be one of them. So I'm going to go with Jerry Rice, Tom Brady, and Steve Smith Sr.
You got 2 out of 3.
It's not Tom. I was wrong about that.
It is Tom Brady.
Oh, it is Tom. Okay.
And it is Jerry Rice.
Who's the other one?
Brett Favre.
God dang it.
He actually. So here's the thing. It was another pass to himself, a deflected pass that he caught.
And he just dove into the end zone or whatever.
He holds the record for longest time between pass. How do I explain it? The longest amount of time between completions between a quarterback and a receiver.
Like so, how long the ball was in the air?
No. He did one in 1992, and he did the other one in 2012.
Oh, because it's to himself. I get what you mean. Okay.
He only caught 2 passes from himself ever, but it was at the beginning, like his first game, and the end of his career. It was the longest time between catches.
Yeah, but those are tricks. You're trying to trick me here.
I wasn't trying. You got 2 out of 3. Was that a trick?
Yeah.
And if you knew Tom Brady caught one, then you should have known Brett Favre was capable of catching one, or some other quarterback.
Peyton Manning caught a flea flicker, but I couldn't remember if it was after 40, so I wanted to keep him off the list.
Oh, he couldn't run at that point.
No. Have you seen the one when Peyton Manning runs for a touchdown? It's because he catches something or runs something that is so unbelievably wide open.
Yeah, it has to be.
Even the slowest people don't have a chance to catch you. Otherwise, he just falls to the ground.
Yep.
He's not taking a hit for no reason.
Well, we got all 3. I got 3 more stats. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. We're going to finish this off. Doug Williams has as many Super Bowl touchdown passes as the Denver Broncos have in 8 Super Bowl appearances, and he did it in 1 Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos.
Huh.
He threw 4 touchdown passes in Super Bowl 22, and Denver has only thrown 4 in 8 Super Bowl appearances.
Well, we had such a dominant rushing attack.
That's what it is.
I think.
So there you go. I mean, that's kind of a weird stat. I was like, what? That can't be right.
You're trying to tell me that in Elway's 3 Super Bowl appearances, and Peyton's 2 Super Bowl appearances, we only threw for 4 touchdowns
total for 8 Super Bowl appearances all time. 4.
Huh. Well,
I thought it was floor too. I was floored by it too, but it was defense and defense driven for a couple of those years, and a rushing game that was pretty good. So yeah,
I guess I'm trying to think about this, that like in the Super Bowl with um the Broncos, or not the Broncos and the Seahawks,
yep,
he didn't really like, we only scored 8 points in that game.
yep.
And so yeah, he didn't do much.
Right, yeah, didn't do anything.
So, and then in the next game against Carolina, we had 2 defensive touchdowns
Yeah,
in that game. So yeah, I suppose it's possible. I don't like it, but
it's not. I didn't think you'd like it, but it is what it is. Doug Williams only went to one Super Bowl. So there you go.
okay,
Anyway, so you ready for this one? This one I find even
yeah,
more incredible than that one. Ben Roethlisberger has more wins in Cleveland than any Browns quarterback since 1999.
really,
Yep.
in Cleveland.
In Cleveland, winning games in Cleveland. Ben Roethlisberger has more than any Browns quarterback. Ben Roethlisberger didn't start till 2004.
Huh.
So there's 5 years there where
Okay.
somebody could have been loading up, but Cleveland wasn't exactly winning games at home.
But Cleveland, okay, so wow, according to this, says Cleveland has a home record of 86 and 123 and one tie since 1999.
Right.
So they have a very, very bad win percentage at
They
home.
do. And they went through about 30 quarterbacks during that
about
time.
30 quarterbacks. Yeah.
In 20 years, right?
That's a fantastic point. Well, I mean, what's his name's gonna do it this year? Joe Flacco. So
Oh yeah, he'll probably
he'll break that streak.
maybe. I mean, I don't know. You figure Ben's only good for one win a year in Cleveland, right? They only play one time unless it's a playoff game. So
Think so?
yeah. So if he played for 15, 18 years or whatever, and he won every time, that's a lot. But I don't know how many. I don't think he won.
Ben Roethlisberger was 26-2 versus Cleveland.
Yeah, in his career, but some of those were home.
And one. 26-2 and 1. So in 29 games,
yeah,
14.5 would be, at on the road.
On the road, yeah.
And you probably only lost one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, he was very, very good in Cleveland. And Cleveland wasn't very good.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. So his tie was at Cleveland.
Okay.
Fun fact. His loss was at Cleveland, and his other loss, oh crap, it just skipped on me. His other loss was also at Cleveland. Okay, so all of his ties were at Cleveland.
Sure.
He never lost to Cleveland at home, and he only lost 2 games and Cleveland. Tied one to Cleveland on the road.
Yeah.
That's
a
crazy stat.
Cleveland went through so many quarterbacks. They was just round robin all the time. So nobody ever won any games, you know what I mean? Hardly. Never had a chance to compile 10 wins at home. 10 home wins takes you 2 years, right? Nobody was a quarterback in Cleveland for 2 straight years till I think Johnny Manziel, and they were bad.
He's 17-10 versus the Ravens, so that's
they were really good. With Ben Roethlisberger was so good as a quarterback in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was so good while he was there. Yeah, that's
but the Ravens also got better during that time. He was 24-10 against the Bengals, so really it was just Cleveland was just a terrible team.
Yeah, that's true too. All right, one last one. New York Giants have never lost an NFC Championship game. They are 5-0. So there you go. If they get to the championship,
it doesn't blow my mind that much because
they're gonna win.
You don't. Most people don't get there that often.
No.
I wonder if the Broncos have ever lost an NFC Championship game. Oh yeah, to freaking Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that doesn't blow my mind that much.
No,
I don't know
it's
why,
not as big a
deal. For some reason, I'm thinking like it's all right.
It just sounds. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't. I mean, how many teams have been to 5 NFC Championship games, right? And not that many, right?
Sure.
Because getting to the NFC Championship game is a big deal. There haven't been that many teams have gotten to 5, let alone won 5, and let alone won every game they went to.
The Broncos are 8-2 in AFC Championship games. It looks like the Patriots have played in other. Patriots are 11-4 all time. So it seems like the common denominator is that you win way more than you lose if you go to them often enough. So I don't know. That's an all right stat. You've had some doozies in here. That one's
Yeah.
all
I
right.
mean, I'm just saying.
They can't all be winners.
There's I don't know that there's another team in the NFC that hasn't lost, that's been to the NFC Championship that hasn't lost one.
Well, who's been really
Unless you just went once.
Seattle Seahawks NFC Championship game record? That would be an interesting one because they've played in quite a few. But not actually it's not as many as I'm thinking. Seattle Seahawks are 3-0 in NFC Championship games all time.
Are they?
Yep, they have never lost an NFC Championship game. But they haven't been very many.
Well, they haven't been in the NFC all that long.
Right, yeah, they haven't been around. So what other I guess 49ers. By now I know they have some losses.
Oh yeah.
To Seattle.
They've got quite a few. San Francisco's lost
8-11.
Lost. San Francisco might have lost the most.
Jeez,
the Rams are going to be right up there too. The Cowboys,
Packers, maybe.
Those are teams that have lost.
Packers could be a quirky one. 3-6. No. Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. 6-5. Wow, those two stats are different. Weird.
Yep.
6-5. Okay. Yeah. No, there's. Yeah, it just kind of seems like the NFC is harder apparently to win them in.
Yeah.
8-6 for the Cowboys. I don't know. Good for the Giants. Just it's gotta feel good to know if you get there, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it was just interesting. I found it interesting that, when you get there you win. So, you gotta feel good about your chances if you get there again.
And when was their last one?
It's been a couple of Sundays. The last one for the Giants was 2011.
Ooh, so Eli Manning?
Oh yeah, Eli Manning was the last time they were any good.
Yeah, it looks like 87, 91, 01, 08, 2012.
Yep, that's it.
So, and Eli Manning was there for
two of
those actually.
Two of those.
And who would their quarterback been in 87?
It would have been Phil Simms.
Probably the same guy in 91 then.
I would imagine that it probably was. Do they show the? They don't show the. I'm looking for the actual game, but I'm guessing it's Phil Simms.
It's probably right.
In 1992, he was about that time. It would have been at the end of his career.
By the way, that 1991 game was a barn burner, 15-13, with a bunch of field goals.
They can't all be
one
good.
Touchdown from Joe Montana.
They can't all be good. Yeah.
Jeff Hostetler.
Well, Phil Simms was the starter against the Bears in the playoffs, and he suffered. He was a season-ending injury.
Bummer.
Yeah. So no, it must have been somewhere during the season. Phil Simms got an injury, and then Hostetler became the starting quarterback. Yeah, Jeff Hostetler let him.
Who would have been the starting quarterback in 2001 for the Giants?
Ooh, that one I don't know. 2001 for the Giants. They went to the Super Bowl. That is a fantastic question.
He wore the number 5. Fun fact. I don't know if that helps you.
I don't like Kerry Collins.
That is Kerry Collins.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
5's a unique number.
Is it?
Yes.
It's in my mind. That's the what's the guy? Oh my gosh, the Justin Herbert took over for him after they punctured his lung. What is his name? Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's number 5.
But I mean, how many number 5s have been to the Super Bowl? That's a good question, right?
Ooh.
Not many, because number 5 is not a common number. 12's the number, right? 10's the number. 7. Those are Super Bowl.
But
numbers.
Also, we're talking about quarterbacks.
14. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Quarterbacks with number. Quarterback with number 5.
Yeah.
So there aren't that many. You
Joe Theismann?
Joe Theismann was number. I want to say it was number 7.
I think AI sucks because I typed in famous number 5s who have played in the Super Bowl, and it says several notable number 5s, including quarterbacks. It says including quarterbacks: Joe Theismann, John Elway, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, John Elway's not number 5.
And Patrick Mahomes is 15, and John Elway is 7. So
7. Yeah, I think Theismann was a 7 too.
This says Morton Anderson.
And
George McAfee.
Wore
5.
Morton Anderson was a kicker. So yeah,
well, he's number 5.
he was number 5. I'm okay with that. But yeah, he was a kicker. So
Morton Anderson. Well, I mean, but it's back when they did it really good. Quarterbacks who wore number 5 and played in Super Bowls include Bart Starr, Joe Theismann, Troy Aikman, Steve Young, Patrick Mahomes.
Theismann
Oh,
was a.
they didn't wear number 5 in the Super Bowl. Oh, wait. This says all of these famous quarterbacks led their team to Super Bowl victory while wearing number 5.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go look.
Troy Aikman.
I don't think Troy Aikman wasn't a 5.
Troy Aikman's jersey number was 8, not 5. Okay, so this AI overview is ridiculous. It has no clue what it's answering.
Right.
Yeah, Troy. So yeah, I'm just gonna ignore all that.
Yeah, you probably should.
Gosh, Google, what do you even know?
Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to look that one up on Pro Football Reference or something.
Yeah.
So, because the AI is not going to give you what you need to know. Donovan McNabb was number 5 though, and Jaden Daniels is number 5.
Is number 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater? Maybe.
Or
he might
number
have been.
5. I
He
think
might
so.
have been number 5. Joe Flacco at the Ravens. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I know Teddy Bridgewater wore number 5.
Yeah, I don't know about Joe Flacco when he was with the
But
Ravens.
he also wore number 50, fun fact.
Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah, so I think there was a preseason game, and I can't remember what the context was, but he was wearing number 50. It was a temporary number because he joined the team like too close to when the game was or some crap like that. So
yeah,
but yeah, he wore 50 for a game.
Huh. Nice.
But yeah, Bridgewater wore number 5. I remember that.
Okay, I believe you.
Nice.
Nice. It is what it is. There's been a lot of players that have worn number 5. There's Pro Football Reference has a list of them all. Everyone who ever wore number 5 in the NFL.
It's probably suggestive, but what do you think the luckiest number in the NFL is?
I don't know. What do you mean by lucky?
Successful.
The most successful number?
Yeah.
That's hard to say because it could be. I mean, how do you quantify offensive lineman success? It's like 72 might be the number, right? But if you're just dealing with a specific position, let's say quarterbacks, 7, like I was saying before, 7,
12,
14, those are big numbers. 10, those are all gigantic quarterback numbers. Yeah, I don't know that you'd go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Those guys were meh. But 8 maybe is in there. I don't know who was the number 8. I can't even think of a number 8 quarterback.
So apparently 88 is a historically significant number.
It's a wide receiver.
By tight ends and receivers. Yeah. There's a bunch of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, that's because 2 different positions can wear it.
Yeah. Well, and so that's what makes me think that there's a lineman number because
72.
Even 60 to 79, those numbers are used every single year, regardless.
50 to 79, right? Because the centers are 50 something, and the guards are supposed to be 60s, and now it doesn't apply, but it used to be that way.
That's right?
That's how you could identify who played what position. If you were 50 to 59, you were a center. If you were 60 to 69, you were a guard. If you were 70 to 79, you were a tackle.
Oh, yeah, I guess in the NFL, offensive linemen are designated between 59 and 70. Defensive linemen have a slightly broader range of 59 to 79, but can also wear 90 to 99.
Well, now they can wear whatever they want.
Right.
But,
well, the defensive players can't. The offensive players can't.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the offensive line used to have specific, but you can be a center now and wear 74 if you want to. Used to be you had to be 50 to 59. If you were going to be center, under center.
Actually,
and then they changed it somewhere along the line. I don't remember.
Actually, defensive linemen still can only wear 50 to 79 or 90 to 99. However, linebackers, aka Von Miller,
who line up at defensive end,
the edge, right?
Yeah,
they're linebackers officially. Yeah. They can wear 0 to 59 and 90 to 99. Okay. So that's why you see a lot of those guys wearing 1 and 5 and 10, things like that. So, but. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, linemen can only wear 50 to 79. So there's a winner every year in the Super Bowl in that range. There's a bunch of winners every year in the Super Bowl in that range. So those got to be lucky numbers.
But when you think about it, there's a number. There's probably every number just about possible that wins the Super Bowl because you got the offense and the defense, right? So if you just, I mean, if you put out number 5 for an example, well, maybe it wasn't a quarterback or an offensive guy. Maybe it was a defensive back or a, who knows what that was number 5. And I mean, there's got to be somebody on the team that's wearing number 16, right? Whether it's a quarterback or a defensive back or a wide receiver, there's somebody wearing number 16. So, because there's too many players not to have somebody wearing every number.
Well, wide receivers are allowed 10 through 19 and 80 through 89.
Yeah.
Actually, is that still true?
I don't know if it's true.
Wide receivers. Nope. They can now wear 0 to 49 and 80 to 89.
Yeah.
Not that you're ever going to see a wide receiver wear 44.
Yeah.
But...
Nick Foles, we forgot about. He's a number 5.
Oh,
He's got a Super Bowl.
He wasn't always a number 5 though.
I think he might have been. Well, it says 2015 he was number 5.
Nick Foles. I'm Googling it. Well, I'm looking at a jersey here, and it looks like it's got a rounded top to it, which means it's probably a 9. Yeah, he was 9 when he won a Super Bowl.
I don't know. This just says he wore
9, 7, 4, 5.
In 2015, he was number 5.
I'm looking here. I'm
I
trying to see
know.
pictures of him. There he is wearing 7 with Jacksonville, 9 with them, 9 with the Bears, 5 with the Rams.
There you go.
8 back in Arizona. This guy did not care about what number he wore, did he?
No, not really.
No real preference.
I'm looking at these guys, and I see them like Roman Gabriel. He was back in the 70s. He wore number 5. Jeff Garcia.
What do you think is the least worn number?
Hmm.
I know it's 00 because it's illegal.
Well, yeah.
Outside of illegal numbers, what is the least worn?
I want to say, I would.
I'll take an 8. I'll take a range too.
Well, I would guess it was probably. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I would think it would be somewhere in the 40s.
Yeah, that's what I would typically guess too.
Because you used to be back in the day, if you had 40 something, you were a running back or a fullback, right? Or you were a tailback or a fullback, but you might be a defensive back or a safety. But they like corners didn't wear number 40; they were number 20 something, right?
Yeah, 20s,
yeah, cornerbacks wore them 20s, and so I don't know. I think there was a limited amount of 40s back in the day. But
I think 30s and 40s is going to be your good guess. No one seems to want them.
You had a lot of 30s back in the 70s and 80s that were running backs. Yeah, a lot of 30s.
I see some 40 fullback guys, and 40s is fullbacks and linebackers mostly.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson was 32. Walter Payton was 34. There was a lot of those back in the day. Good number 30s, but not 40s. There were only a few.
What about like 40? No, 44 I've seen them. What about like 43?
I would think, yeah, I was going to say a number like 49. You know?
Ooh.
Because that's a weird number, right? Famous 49s. I don't know what you're going to find very many famous 49s. So.
Bobby Mitchell, Ralph McGill, Bruce Miller, Gary Plummer, Gerald Hodges, Ricky Ellison.
There's a few names in there.
Yeah, there's a couple names in there. So what did I say? I said 43.
43, yeah.
George Atkinson, Darren Sproles.
Oh, I forgot about Darren Sproles.
Marcus Williams, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some names in there. What about like 37?
37's a weird number too.
Ew. Jimmy Johnson? Oh wait, why did I say that like a question mark?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. The way I read it, 'cause it was at the end of a paragraph, and it was like I was like Jimmy Johnson?
Question mark.
Lester Hayes, Pat
Lester
Fisher,
Hayes. That's right. Lester the Molester.
Rodney Harrison.
That's what his nickname was.
Yeah, he probably hates it now.
Yeah, I would think. But
Cardinal Lake.
Carnell Lake. Yeah.
Carnell Lake.
He played for Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not that many. Sean Alexander.
Oh yeah, Sean Alexander was a big.
Sean Alexander. Gosh. Okay, so there's been some pretty
decent ones.
Pretty big names. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Oh, Doak Walker. Cool.
Yeah, he's got an award named after him. So I forgot about Jameis Winston being a 5.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
Brandon Whedon. I mean,
the oldest man to ever suit up in college.
Right. Kayvon Thibodeau's a 5, by the way. But Tyrod Taylor, right? And you talked about him. Drew Stanton was number 5.
Is that a quarterback?
Yeah, Heath Schuler, number 5. These are quarterbacks that I'm listing off for the most part. So there was a few. I mean, some of them are actually good, and some of them weren't. But yeah, I don't
It's
know.
also, were you wearing 5 when you were good?
Matt Prater, kicker, number 5. I think a lot of kickers might have been number 5.
I just watched the like an interview with Jason Sudeikis, and they were talking about like his favorite like SNL skits, and he talked about the Broncos skit from the 2015 season where he played Jesus in the locker room
Oh
for the
yeah,
Broncos.
yeah, oh yeah.
And they're like, "Thank you, God." He's like, "Oh, don't thank me. You need to be thanking your kicker. That guy's working miracles out there."
Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, the Magic Man, Don Mikowski.
McCaskey.
Don Mikowski getting injured was the reason Brett Favre became quarterback in Green Bay. Just FYI. There you go. All right, it's time to go. So we'll talk more. I'm going to come up with some more trivia next week. For I don't know what exactly yet. We're gonna let's think about that. I don't know. Probably more NFL or college football, or maybe I'll pick a different sport.
Well, next week we have to do NFL and college football because college football is about to start. So
Well,
we're
we're
little predictions.
We'll talk about college football, that for sure, and then
we
we'll do.
can save the AFC one for another week.
Nah, we'll do the NFC. The NFC questions won't be that. Won't that big.
All right.
So we'll
I
do
like
this
all
one.
the fun stats though.
Yeah, it's interesting. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for listening. This has been a Brain Rock production, a division of Lonely Tree Media. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.